Okay, so the other thing you'll want to do with your list is to send them an email. So for instance, Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or Christmas, okay? So once you've got your list going, I mean, I've got one person on there. You know, as you add more and more people, you'll have bigger ones. So if I want to set up a new campaign, I just click on campaigns and I go to create campaign, okay? I'm going to do a launch offer. And you can choose one here. So like I said, a regular one is probably what you want to do. If it's a really like more sort of I tend to go for the sort of plain text ones. If it's just something like I want it to look like it's just an email from me and it's not like a promotional one. So here, who you send it to, select your list. So here's my MailChimp test that you've been working on, but you could send it to any. You can send it to a segment or so for instance here, it might be that you send it to anyone that's been on your list for less than a month. So for instance, you would just do the conditions. So if I did here, it could be that I want anyone that signed up after a certain date. It might be that anyone who, like a member rating. So MailChimp rates your members depending on their activity with your list. If they just sign up and never do anything and don't even read or anything, then they'll have a low one. But if they start clicking on things, they'll have a high member rating. So it might go to, you know, your VIPs. And also if you link your e-commerce here, then it's like, well, have they purchased within a certain category? Because I want to update them around a new product within that category. Maybe they've spent over a certain amount and anyone that's spent over £100 gets a special voucher or something like that, okay? So there's lots of tracking, which we will do later on. But that is basically, so I'm just going to send it to my whole list. And it will tell you here how many recipients match these conditions, just for you to get an idea. So I'm going to send it to an entire list. And I'm going to click next, okay? So email subject, so that's the subject that's going to go in the email. So, you know, do I have a great offer for you? Now, remember that you need this to be clickable. So use a little bit of intrigue, and you know, you want people to click this, so don't give it all away in the title, like entice them into opening it, okay? You can also personalize it here. So if you wanted it, so if you click that and you click and you copy, so Control C this, it could be, if you do that, so I've just Control V'd that, F name, which, so in your email list, you've got first name and email address. So it could be Victoria, do I have a great offer for you? And people are more likely to spot it because you've used their first name in the email subject. So personalization is key. So it's from me, again, I could change that. My email address, I want to track opens, clicks. Okay, so I'm going to click next. Okay. Now here's all your different templates that you can use. You can also use templates that you've uploaded and code your own, like I said before. So it looks like they've added some nice ones. So if you just wanted to send text but you wanted it to be clickable, you could select that. If you wanted like a logo and then an image, you could select that one. So depending, now the more complicated you make it, the more effort it is to send it, and it's better to send a simple one than nothing, okay? So once you've got your template here, you can see where I want to click on that, and you either upload the image, okay, so actually if we close that, I was hoping it would tell you the dimensions. So you either in Canva, you would upload an image, so you would create it in Canva and you'd upload it, so like a little header or something like that. So I haven't got any created, but you just upload it, select it, and you would upload it. It might be that we use one that we've already added. So if I select that, I'm going to save and close. So that would be my header of the email, for instance. Make sure it fits. Then you would just here, you would click on it, and it comes in the little editing windows here. So do I have an offer for you, whatever you want to say. Now, don't think you need to write this massive War and Peace thing. People don't want to read it. Like, people don't have time. I've deleted my thing there. People don't have loads of time. So actually, the shorter and more concise you can get some value across, the better. So it could be, you know, I know you are a busy mum. Brief spelled. I was going to say today, but I can never spell. I know you're busy, Mum, so I'll keep this brief. Here is a 20% off voucher. You know, so go to and enter code okay. So I know you're busy, Mum, so I'll keep this brief. Go to your manager. I mean, obviously you put a bit more effort into it here. So you know, now you could insert an image. So if you wanted to put like a grabbing image, like 10% off, 20% off, half price, do it in Canva or Pixlr or anything like that. And then you just import it into here, into the image. That's all you have to do. So I could put a nice graphic here. I could keep it like that. I could say in other news, I've had a lovely day at an event. Here's a picture of me with little Tommy. Yeah. So you can have it chatty, don't you know? And what you need when you're doing your emailing is to have a mixture of relationship building. So look at me, here's me doing a casting here, or I'm doing this event, or there's some great things happening in Somerset. Here's a list of the top picks this half term. So you're adding value to your target market, but also you've got some sort of 20% off, 10% off type things there. Okay, so that is, you know, we won't go into strategy here, but technically you just do whatever you want to do and then you text. Now the other thing is you need to click up on this one here, and I always forget. So here's just a tiny little sentence which goes in the preview of the email. So a great offer is waiting for you. Okay. So once you've done all of that, you would go next. It really, what I can't stress enough is don't overthink it. While you're watching this video, pause it, go and do this to your list. Even if you've got one person on it, go and say hi, yeah? You don't have to say anything groundbreaking. You don't have to say anything new. Just go and say hi. Just tell them something about your week. Give them a photo, an insight. How are you feeling? Maybe it's an offer. Maybe it's a new product you're developing. Anything you've shared on your social media can be turned into a little email. Anything you've blogged about can be turned into an email, yeah? Maybe you want to link to your blog post. Actually, I'll just go and show you that as well. So, and then what you can do is schedule it. So I don't want to send it now, but I want it to go out tomorrow, Thursday at 1 p.m. Okay, schedule campaign. I'm going to cancel that, or I could just send it now. Yeah. And it's telling me, yep, done it all right, send. So it's just, and it will just go as it was. Okay. So if I then go back to the design, if I want to link to some blog posts that I've already done, again, you can just upload the blog heading. So if I go here, if I click on here, here is what I have been up to this week. Okay, and it might be that I insert an image. So I would just go image. Let's just add that. I don't want to view it. And I would just you just want to select it, or I upload a new one that I've created. Yeah. So I'm just going to select that. Keep proportions. I want to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe I just want it to be like 50 high, which would be quite small. I'm going to save. And if you see there, I mean, that's obviously too small. So if I want to edit that, okay, double click on it. So, okay, that's too small. So I'm going to do 200 high and just link. So go back to my blog. Okay. Find the link to the blog post that you've written. Right click, copy link location. So right click on your blog post, or go and select it. If I clicked it, it would take me there. So click up there. Ooh, that's an old one. And then I would just Control V. Yeah, so take some time to, obviously you get the idea. I mean, what I could do is, that would be my image. So if I clicked on it, I could right click, save image. Yeah, and then I would go and close that one. I would probably upload, just to show you from scratch, I'm going to upload that image that I've just downloaded. Take some time for you, JPEG, select, and it's linking to my take some time for you, save and insert, okay, this week, and then I put another one underneath, I just insert image, and then here's what I'm inviting you to put, click the image to read the blog. Yeah, so it's very, very similar to the WordPress and even Word. You know, it's what you see is what you get. So, you know, here's my blog, and I might have some links underneath there. Save and close. Next. And then I would send it, or I'd schedule it. Obviously, I don't want to send it, although it'll only go to me. Let's send it. Let's send now. I love their little monkey clips. So just make sure that you're happy. It'll go into the queue. High fives, campaign sent. It's going to go out soon. And then what you can do is go back onto campaigns. And you can see, here's my launch offer. It's gone to unsubscribe, but no one's opened it, no one's clicked it. Yeah, but you can start to see. And you can start to see, you know, like which ones have worked well and which ones haven't, and you know, and you can play, and you can also resend the same message to the same list and just send it to people that haven't opened it. It's because you know what it's like, it's busy. So if it's an important message like a really good offer or a launch offer or something like that, then send it. Don't be afraid to resend that email next week, but to everybody that hasn't opened it, oh, I'm worried that you've missed it, here it is again. And like when we saw the filtering, you would just send it to anyone that hadn't opened it, which you do through the filtering. Yeah, so that's how you would send your first campaign. And yeah, so it's that simple. You can see I've literally just emailed my list that I've created today. I've added a subscriber and I've sent out my email. Yeah, it doesn't have to take you forever, and it doesn't have to be this massive thing. You can do it really simply. It's better to do it like this than nothing at all.